So I see you're helping out at the store today. Wonderful. So we actually just got a little trade-in. So I figured we could go through the games together, make sure all of the games are in the correct cases, and then after that, I would like you to test all of the games. Would you feel comfortable doing that? Okay. So yeah, typically this is what we will do right before the store opens, about an hour before, or we will do it after hours. So I will let you know when we need assistance. And thank you for coming in a bit early today. So this specific trade-in has a few different things. So DS game, 3DS game, and then some Wii games, GameCube games, and Game Boy games. So we'll go through one by one, check the quality, and then also clean them if necessary. If there's anything that really needs to be deep cleaned, I will show you how to do that. But it looks like this is a pretty good trade-in. Then I'm going to also write down for you which games I'd like you to clean a little bit more thoroughly, or which games you would just be testing, which will be all of them anyways. Alright, so we're going to start off with the 3DS game that was traded in. This is a Tetris Ultimate. So we actually didn't have this in store, so this is a perfect game to have right now. We typically have our 3DS games go really fast, so I always like to make sure we have a lot in stock. So we just opened this up, and as an example, the game just came right out. So all we're going to do is just inspect, make sure everything looks good, and this actually looks perfect. So then we will just pop it right back in here. Okay? Then obviously make sure it's the correct game. And this does not need to be cleaned. It looks really nice. And then here we have a DS game. So this is Wario, Master of Disguise. This is also in a really nice condition. So we always check the cases for any tears, scratches, grime. Here's another great example. So you can just see the game is turned around. So we're just going to want to flip that. Okay, and then double check. Make sure it's the correct game, which it is. Make sure it's nice and clean. Then pop it back in. Then of course we can double check the manual. So not all 3DS DS games come with manuals. You could see the Tetris game did not. This does come with a few safety booklets, Nintendo Power Ad, and then a nice little manual. So that will increase the value a bit since it's a complete game. So I will have you test both of these. So Tetris and then Wario, Master of Disguise. Okay. Now, a few Game Boy games. So some of these are not in the best condition, but they will still sell. We'll just have them priced appropriately. So first up we have this Pokemon pinball game. You can see the battery cover is missing. So I am going to have you just test this and make sure it's in working condition. Then we have Pokemon Red. The label is a little bit worn at the top, but it's not too bad. So I will have you test it again, just make sure it works, and then all of the cleaning supplies will be available to you as well. Just double checking. This one does look good. We also want to make sure these are not reproductions and that these are the original games, so please double check that as well. Now this is a little bit more worn than Pokemon Red, but Pokemon Blue, you can see at the top, the color is faded a bit. Again, this will still sell, so we will test it. And surprisingly, even though this one is not in great condition, it will likely still sell. So I'll have you test Pokemon Yellow. And then this Fire Red is actually in really nice condition. So I'll have you test this. And again, make sure it is working. Okay, so I'm just going to set these over here. So, Pokemon Red, Blue, Yellow, Fire Red, and Pinball. Then when you're in the back, also make sure we don't have any extra battery covers. We might, so if you can just double check, I'd appreciate that. Now we'll move on to the other games. So these are in no particular order, we'll just go one by one. So this is a copy of Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. So I'm just checking the actual case. Looks very nice, just a little dusty. If there's any smudges, I try to get them out. Take a look inside. Okay, so we do have the appropriate game, and then the manual. And this one doesn't really look like it's been used at all. So, really nice condition, which again will increase the value. So we'll make note of that. And let's check the disc. Okay, it looks very nice, so I don't think this game has been played too much. So that's good for us for the value. Now if the game did happen to be really scratched, I would have you run it through our disc cleaner. Typically, that will fix any small issues that might be occurring with the game. So I will just put a reminder here for you. But let's have you test Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Legacy. I'm trying to think. I think we do have one other copy of this in the store right now. So we might not put this out right away, but case looks good. Looking for any tears. Looks nice. Get dust. And then check inside. Okay, we see Gauntlet Dark Legacy and then the manual. So you might be wondering, do we sell games that are not complete? Yes, we definitely do. Not everybody cares about having the manual. Usually only collectors do. And I would say the majority of our customers are not collectors. So it's not a big deal if it doesn't have the manual. It just will affect the price. So this looks great. Test that. Let's see if we have any other GameCube. These are kind of out of order, so just give me one moment. Okay, so a few more GameCube, then Wii and PlayStation. Okay. So Kirby Air Ride. This is a game we just sold in the store recently, so perfect timing. We will replace this on the shelf. And now for this case, I do see some smudges. So I'm going to dust it, and then I may have you use just some water to hopefully just get that out. And not everybody cares if their game is pristine, but we just like to make sure everything is nice and clean here. Okay, Kirby Air Ride, and then the Kirby Air Ride manual. This one looks like it does need to go through the disc cleaner, so I'll make a note for you. And if customers do ask for the game to go through the disc cleaner again, we can certainly do that. It is kind of like a common question we get. Kirby Air Ride. And I'm just going to put a note. Clean disc. Okay, so next we have two Zelda games. The Wind Waker. Alright. So we do have a few copies of this one available right now, but it's a popular game, so it's kind of like the more we have, the better. And here's an example of why we check all of the games. In the Wind Waker case, we have Twilight Princess, which is right over here. So we're going to switch those around. But we do see we have the Wind Waker manual, so that is perfect. So just always double check. A lot of time with trade-ins, sometimes it's just a parent who is kind of going through their basement, finding some old stuff, and didn't really check everything. So just please do that for me. Here's Twilight Princess. This is a fantastic game if you've never played. So, case looks great, no issues. And we'll just hope that the Wind Waker game is actually in this case. So let's check. Yes, here it is. So let's switch these around. This looks fine. So we're just gonna move those. Twilight Princess is good. And then the Wind Waker. Okay. Now let's see 2 Wii games. Alright, so Metroid Prime Trilogy. Just checking the case. And here's another example. This is not the correct game, so I'm going to remove it. Hopefully it is just mixed up with another game. Manual. Okay, so the disc we just took out is for Mad World. This is Mad World, so hopefully Metroid is in this. And this game actually has a really cool art style. I suggest checking it out. And here's Metroid. So let's switch those. And this disc looks good. Let's put Mad World in the right case. Perfect. Just realized I haven't been writing down the games, so let's see. Kirby Air Ride, okay, Twilight Princess, Wind Waker, Mad World, and then Metroid Prime Trilogy. Okay, one more game. Actually, one of my favorites from childhood. Crash Bandicoot, The Wrath of Cortex. PS2. And let's take a look. Perfect. I was hoping the manual was in here, and it is. And let's check the game. Okay, this definitely needs to be cleaned. Very dusty and a few scratches, so we'll definitely have you clean this one and then test it. Just check the manual. This is a little bit more worn, but it's still in good condition. Love the Spyro ad on the back. Okay, yeah, this looks fine. It's just dust at the outside. So, Crash, Mad World, Metroid, Wind Waker, Twilight, Air Ride, Gauntlet, Nemesis, Tetris, and Wario. And then, of course, the Game Boy games. So any questions before you move forward with the testing? Perfect. Then I will hand these off to you. And then as the store opens, I will be at the checkout helping people with their purchases and of course answering any questions. If you need any help though, just come out and get me. I'll be able to assist you, okay? Wonderful. Well, thanks so much for your help at the store today, and I will see you in a little bit. Good morning. Welcome back to the game store. So you called and were interested in some Xbox 360 games. Okay, and are you familiar with the console? Just trying to collect some other games? Okay. Do you need a controller or anything else? One controller. Yeah, we have a lot, so I can grab a few from the back. And then are there certain games you're looking for? You have a list? Okay, let me see. Okay, yeah, it looks like we should have most of these. They're pretty much some of the popular titles, so yeah, I can grab all these for you. And then if anything else stands out as something that you might like, I'll also grab it. You can also feel free to browse the store. We do have an Xbox section, so let me know if you have any questions or need any help, and I will be right back with your items. Alright, so like I said, we do have several used controllers. So I just grabbed one for you. This is what it looks like. And I know you said you're familiar with the console, so I won't explain what every button does, but I will show you the quality. So as you can see, even though it's used, it's in fine condition. I did try to grab one of the better ones for you. And this has been tested, so it does work perfectly. And I know you've shopped here before, but we do have a return policy. So if anything were to be an issue, you can, of course, return it within 30 days. That's where your batteries would go. And just in general, this is a comfortable controller in my opinion, so I can give this one to you for a discounted price, especially if you buy some games. So let me show you what I was able to find. I was able to find everything on your list. So I'll go through, check to make sure there's a manual, and then make sure every disc is correct. So starting off, you did ask for Halo Reach. So let me just show you the case here. It's a nice case. No damage. We see the correct disc is in here, as well as your manual, and then just a flyer for Xbox Live. Okay, and the manual's in good condition. Now, are you looking for all these games to be complete? Okay, so yeah, then I will double check. Yeah, in my generation, all of these games you chose were very, very popular, especially due to the Halo multiplayer capability. It was just an amazing time for video games. So you also requested Combat Evolved. So again, good condition, the back. Now I can already tell this does not have a manual, so let's check. Yeah, no manual, and I believe this one should have one. I can double check for you. But would you still be interested? Okay, so I'll set this one aside then. And Halo 3. This actually feels really heavy. Now there is a pre-owned sticker on the back, but I can try to get that off for you if it bothers you. Yeah, I think it was just from a GameStop, so I can do that. But here's the front, the back. The game. And then the manual. And then this looks like it's a poster. So one side I think shows you the game controls. And this is actually pretty cool. This is the reverse side. So definitely something you could hang up if you want. Okay, so that is Halo 3. I'm not telling you the prices right now because, like I said, I can give you a bundle deal. One of my favorite games, Dead Space. So this is the original, and I just remember this game being so creepy when I first played it. Can't remember what year was this. Seems like forever ago. I think 2008. That sounds about right. So yeah, this is a game you definitely might want to not play in the middle of the night. But it's a great game, a great story. It's the game. And then the manual, and then just an ad for Dead Space Downfall, which I can't even remember what that is. It might be a TV show or something. I'm not very familiar, but anyways, it comes with both of those. Then you asked for Dark Souls 1, so this was our last copy. There's the front and back. Did you play Elden Ring? Yeah, it's also one of my favorites. So I'm just checking for any damage. Looks good. And then a Skyrim. Another favorite. So I'm just checking the case. Okay, looks nice. to see Reborn. I always like to replay this game in the fall and winter months, which is kind of like nostalgic for me. So here is the game, and then the manual, just an ad for other games. And then this is actually a really nice map that you can hang up. Let me show you. So it's actually very large, but it would be nice to maybe frame this. Again, you get a free piece of artwork with this purchase. So that's always nice. And then I wanted to show you can reverse the cover. I kind of feel like this is really pretty if you'd rather have this. So I just always like to show that because I feel like sometimes people don't notice that. So just an option. Let me slide this right back in. Now, do you display all your games, keep them stored away? You're looking to display them? Yeah, I'm kind of trying to reorganize mine right now. Figure out a new system. Games can take up a lot of space, so it can be challenging. Alright, then Bioshock. Bioshock 1 and 2. So, let's check. This is a game I recommend to so many people. And it's still one of the popular games that is picked up in the store. So this case is like a clear gray color. It's not the green, so I don't know if that bothers you, but I could always switch it out for you. You have your manual. Welcome to Rapture. And your game. I'm just gonna fix this. Looks like the cover is a little bit misaligned, so I'm just gonna push it in a little bit. Okay. Then Bioshock 2. Actually really like the artwork on the front for this. You can see it's like holographic. Really pretty. There's that sticker on the bottom, which I can try to remove for you. Here's the back. This is also a fabulous game. You have your game. I'm glad all of these have been in the correct case. And then your manual. Then Grand Theft Auto 4. Definitely a must-have for an Xbox collection. So here's the front. Then the back. Welcome to Liberty City. The game. And then I know this does come with a pretty large map, so you have your Liberty City guidebook. And then this is the map, so I think one side shows this subway guide. Transit Authority Guide. Yeah, subway map. And then the other side is a street map. So this is another thing that you can hang up, but it's kind of cool it comes with this. I always like when games come with free artwork like that, but you don't really see that anymore. So I appreciate it in older games. And are you looking forward to the new Grand Theft Auto game, hopefully coming this year? Yeah, I am as well. Alright, so I didn't grab any extra games for you, but I did grab this just in case you were interested. I wasn't sure if you collected physical guidebooks, but this is one we have for BioShock. So like I said, I don't know if you're interested, but obviously it guides you through every part of the game, beginning to end. Let's see how many pages. Okay, it's like 200 pages, so lots of content. I've actually used this myself when I first played the game, so it's kind of a cool thing to have. I know you can find everything on the internet, but again, nice nostalgic thing. Alright, so all that being said, what are you thinking? Grand Theft Auto, BioShock 2, BioShock, Skyrim, Dark Souls, and any other Dark Souls games? Just this for now, okay. Dead Space, all the Halos, okay. Halo 3, Combat Evolved, and then Halo Reach, so you just want to get everything. Okay, and then you also want the controller. Alright, awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a great deal. Let me just think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, I can give you everything for $50. Does that sound good? Cool. Now, just a reminder, all of these games have been tested, so they should work. They've also all been cleaned with our disc cleaner. But again, we have a return policy if you have any issues. You can also call us too. We're able to troubleshoot on the phone, or if you have an issue with your Xbox, something like that, we can help. And then same with the controller, should work perfectly, but again, let us know of any issues. Anything else I can help you with? Perfect. Well then, my colleague over there will check you out. And thanks so much for coming in. Enjoy your Xbox games, and I'll see you next time. Good morning. It's good to see you again. Are you here for the morning shift? Perfect. You actually do need some more help than usual today, so let me just find out what you'll be helping with. I'm sending out a few online orders, so you'll just have to help me package them up and then bill the customers. So let's see. Let me pull up the order. And I'll just walk through this first order with you, and then you can work on the rest today. So it looks like for this first order, they did pay in full, but I'm going to just bring it up so you can see everything they ordered. Okay, so this is what you're going to need. These are packaging envelopes. So this is a small one, and typically it's used for when we mail out one game. So let me just show you. As an example, this 3DS game fits nicely inside. Okay, and actually the larger games will also fit nicely in here, but you can only fit one at a time. Okay, now we do have larger sizes right over there, so you can pick which one you need for each shipment. And then for the very large shipments, of course, we do have boxes. Okay, then you have a permanent marker that you can use to write the person's address, which is in the system, so I can bring it up for you. So I'll set this here. Then I also have a tape set aside for you as well. And then these. So we don't have the smaller sizes right now, but we do have the bigger sizes. So these are to package any of the games that fit inside this. Okay, so you just slip it right in here, and then fold over the top, and then it's just nicely packaged for the customer. But before you do that, you want to just dust off the game, make sure it's inside, just double check everything. So I'm going to walk you through that right now. Okay, so I thought this was one order, but it looks like it's actually a couple orders. And what you'll see is our orders typically refresh every morning. So the orders we're doing today came in over the night, and now we will fulfill them today. So we do try to get the orders out as fast as possible for great customer service. So let me just show you an order. So this first order, as you can see on the screen, the person's name is Isaac Clark. He's from Austin, Texas, and he paid for a 2-day shipping. So that is how we will mail it. So let me find the games he ordered. So you always just want to double check the order on the screen and make sure you get the correct games, make sure they're for the correct console, and then lastly we will be just cleaning them real quick. So nothing crazy unless they're extremely dirty. Let's see, this is a sealed game he purchased. So doesn't look too bad. I'm just going to give it a quick dust. We just want to make sure every game that we send out is in top quality condition. Okay. So Mass Effect Legendary Edition, and you can see it right here on the screen for PS4. Okay, so you can package that up, and it looks like Dead Space for PS5 was also on his order. So again, we're just double checking. This is a used game he purchased, so we want to make sure the correct disc is inside. And then I just double check to make sure the disc isn't scratched. All of our discs do go through the disc cleaner, as you know, but I just like to double check, like I said, to make sure it's perfect. So that's good. No manual, but it doesn't come with one. And this looks good. Again, just going to lightly dust. Okay, and now you can package that one. Now the last game he ordered is Red Dead Redemption 2 for Xbox One. Again, just confirming we have the right game. Okay, and this does come with an insert and a map, it looks like. So that's good, both are inside. And then the disc, which we will check. Okay, looks perfect. So the biggest thing is not rushing when you're packaging orders. You'll definitely feel kind of pressured to rush, especially if you have a lot to get done or if it's a busy day, but you really just want to make sure everything is perfect and packaged nicely before we send it out. Okay, so this order is ready. So you can package that one up. And let's bring up the next one. Okay, this one is for Arthur Morgan. From, let's see, Oklahoma. Okay, Oklahoma City. So we have the address. We have the name. It looks like he did overnight shipping. Okay. Alright, so he ordered Pokemon X, Pokemon Y, Pokemon Ultra Moon, and then, where is it? God of War. Okay. Alright, so starting off, this one is sealed, so not too much to double check. Just making sure it's God of War, Ragnarok, PS5. Gently dust, but again, since it's brand new, there really isn't too much to clean. Okay, then the three 3DS games. So, Ultra Moon. Now for these, of course, we just want to make sure the correct game is inside. Not all of these will come with manuals, some do, some don't, so it is listed online whether they do or do not, so the customer will already be aware of that. Okay, and we see Ultra Moon. So that one is good. And the number of orders honestly really varies. We started our online shop just a few months ago. It has become very popular. So it's great for the business. This does come with a small insert. And then we see Pokemon Y. So this one is also good. And then Pokemon X, which again comes with the same insert as Pokemon Y. And then we see Pokemon X right there. Okay. this one can get packaged. And now we have 2 different size games in this order. So you might have to do a bigger envelope and then maybe package them like this. Okay? So there is that completed order. Let's look up the next one. Okay, so this one is for Claire Redfield, and she lives in New York. New York, okay. So that is Good Veronica. Lies of P. And Hollow Knight, okay. Alright, so Hollow Knight. This is a used game, so going to double check. Okay, yeah, so this one, it does come with a little instruction manual, which is rare for Switch games, so that is pretty neat for this game. And I think this is a map, yes. A map as well. So both items are here. And then it actually does have a reversible cover, which is pretty neat. And we see the game. Okay. Just going to clean this one. Then Lies of P. This is also a used game, so we're going to double check inside. Okay, we just see this small safety insert, and then the game, which we're going to double check. Perfect. I also kind of give a once-over on the cases. So if I were to see a big tear, for example, on this case, I would swap it out for a new one if we have an extra. And we do typically have plenty of extras, so it's not a big deal at all. Again, we like to make sure our customers are fully satisfied, so try to package everything as best as we can. Okay, and then lastly, this customer ordered Resident Evil Code Veronica. So I'm just making sure. Okay, the case is fine. This is a Dreamcast game, so it's a little bit older. See disc 1. Disc 2, and then the manual. Check disc 2. Okay, good. Perfect. So this order is also ready to go. Do you have the other ones packaged? Okay, good. And yeah, like I said, you can just copy the address from the order online. Okay, so this last order, let's see, it's for Ash Ketchum in Pallet Town. Okay, so it looks like Ash ordered Ocarina of Time. Game Boy Advance. Alright, so for these games, obviously they're not coming in a case. Unfortunately, we do not have the original cases for either of these. Which again, that is noted online, so they already know that. So we just want to double check it's the correct game they ordered and make sure it looks perfect. And just make sure it accurately matches the description of what they purchased. So for example, I know we do have a few other copies of this, but they're not in this good of condition, so just make sure you double check which one they purchased, okay? Because the prices will vary. And then again, just checking Pokemon Red. And you can go ahead and test these again, but all of these have already been tested, so really only do that if you have time. Ocarina of Time, same thing. Just quickly test. Make sure it's the correct one they ordered. And just make sure it's in great condition. Okay. I just see a little piece of something right there. Then Fire Emblem. So this is a Wii game. Check inside. So this comes with a very heavy manual, which we see right here. Actually, how many pages? 66 pages. Then we see the disc. Perfect. And again, just always double check the disc. So many Fire Emblem games, make sure it's the correct game that they ordered, and then it matches the case. Just test. And do you have any questions? Yeah, it's pretty straightforward. Like I said, just don't rush. Make sure if you have any questions or if you're not sure about something, just let me know and I can take a look, make sure nothing is confusing for you. Okay, so there's Ash's order. Set that one there for you. Alright, now let me just double check nothing else has come in. I think that's it for this morning. Now if any more come in throughout the day, if we have time we can package them up, but usually we'll just wait and do them tomorrow morning. Alright, so that looks like it's everything. Do you feel comfortable finishing the labels? Perfect. Well, thanks so much for helping me out. We'll definitely do this again soon. We always get orders in, so I need the extra help. Okay? Alright, well, thanks again. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you in a little bit. Good morning. Welcome back to the game store. Are you looking for anything in particular today? Sure. So we got a bunch of new games in recently across various consoles, so feel free to browse. We do have a sale on Switch games today. Buy one, get one 50% off. So you'll see all of those titles right up front. We're also having a really good sale on used video games, so definitely check out the prices. If anything is not marked, just bring it up front. I can confirm the price for you. But basically everything is on sale in the store. We also have a few consoles which are in the display cases, as well as controllers. So if you're interested in seeing any, let me know. Are there any consoles you were looking for? Just GameCube controllers, okay. Yeah, I can grab a few for you to look at, that's not a problem. And then any specific games or just browsing? Okay, well, enjoy browsing then, and let me know if you need anything. I will be right up here. And of course, if you have any questions about games, consoles, anything you need at all, just let me know. Alright, I will see you in a little bit. Alright, so I see you did find some games. And did all of them have prices? No, okay. Yeah, I can just double check for you. We actually had this sale kind of last minute, so we weren't able to put stickers on everything. And then what I did do also is grab you 2 controllers. So do you want me to show you them first? Okay, so then we can do that first. Let me just bring up our system here. And any questions after looking around the shop? Okay, good. Do you collect video games, or are you just trying to pick up a few things? Nice, okay. Yeah, we've been here for a few years now, and we're always accepting trade-ins, so if you're looking to sell anything, feel free to bring it in. We do offer really great trade-in value compared to our competitors, so always stop by with anything you have. Okay, so first up, I did bring a wired GameCube controller. You said you're more interested in a wireless, but I figured I would show you this one as well. Okay, so the first thing you can see is the cord is in a great condition. No tears or fraying. And then here is the plug. It looks great. No damage. And then here is the actual controller. So I'll show you the back first. There's a little bit of dirt, but nothing that we can't get out. Test the buttons for you. So everything sounds good. And I will show you the front. So as you can see, everything is working perfectly. And I actually love this GameCube controller. I think it's really comfortable. So you can try it out if you'd like. There you go. And then the Wavebird controller, which I don't think I grabbed the actual receiver piece, but we do have that as well. So again, this is going to be a lot easier. You won't have to plug it in. You just insert the receiver in the front of your GameCube, and then you can use this wirelessly. So starting on the back here, this is where you will insert 2 AA batteries. I'll show you the controls again. This has been tested. Everything in our store is tested. When it comes in, of course, these are both used items. but in a really good condition. And if you were to have any issues with anything you purchase in the store, we do have a 30-day return policy. So you can just bring it in and we can take a look. So do you think you're interested in either of these? The wireless? Okay. And did you want a second one? Yeah, we do have a second one in the back, so I could grab it for you. You think just one for now? Yeah, we'll take it home, see if you like it. Then you can always come back and grab another one. So I will set this aside. And now your games. So I see you did grab a few new Switch games. And then some used games. So yeah, let me price everything out for you. Okay, so this one is sealed, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. And again, with our discount, it will not be the full retail price. And have you actually played this game yet? Yeah, it's actually really fun. I highly suggest it. So you picked up a good one. So with our sale, this one is going to be $20. Okay? So 20, it's just a little bit dusty right there, but only because it's been sitting for a little while on our shelves, so we'll put this one over here for you. And if you decide you don't want something, that's fine, just let me know. Octopath Traveler 2 is the second game you picked up, also sealed. Embark on an adventure all your own. This one looks really cool. I haven't played it yet, but I really wanted to. So let's just check the pricing. I think this will also be at $20, but I just want to make sure. Octopath Traveler 2. Okay, so again with the sale, also $20. Good. Then third Switch game you picked up, also sealed, and that is the new Pokemon Snap for Switch. Become a Pokemon photographer. Spot Pokemon in their natural habitats and catch them on camera. Now, I haven't played this one yet, but I did play the original for Nintendo 64, so I think I will definitely pick this up eventually. I think it's a pretty short game, but I'll be interested to, of course, see the updated graphics. And I always like playing a short game. It's kind of a nice break from the typical games I usually play. Okay, so Pokemon Snap. And that one is going to be the 50% off one for you, okay? So that is a great price for this game. Okay. 3 Xbox games. I see you got a 360 game as well. Grand Theft Auto 4. Obviously, this is a used game, so the case is a little bit damaged, but nothing too crazy, just some sticker residue. Does that bother you? Because if so, I could switch out the case. Doesn't bother you. Okay. Now, did you already play this? Repurchasing? You lost your disc, yeah. Yeah, the Grand Theft Auto games are actually really becoming popular, especially in the past few months. I think everyone's gearing up for the one releasing next year, replaying all the previous games, which is always fun. So this does come with a full map if you would want to hang it up. It's a map of Liberty City. I think it also includes the controls as well. And yeah, there's a street map and a subway map. So your choice, which side you would want to display. It's kind of cool to have. And then your Liberty City guidebook, which is just a short manual. Not too much information, but kind of just like information on the city, restaurant guide, entertainment guide, things like that. So you have both of those, and then let me just check the disc for you. This one is a little bit dirty, so I'm going to run it through our disc cleaner for you. Just want to make sure it is perfect. We typically do that when we get trade-ins, but sometimes a game can slip through the cracks, so I will get this cleaned up for you. It was tested and it works though, so you don't have to worry about that. And let me check the price. So for this one, we are looking at, with the sale, $10. Sound good? Perfect. Then Red Dead Redemption 2. This is a used game. And there is a little bit of a crack right up here. Is that okay? Okay, because like I said, I can switch it out for you. Otherwise, it is in great condition. America, 1899. The end of the Wild West era has begun. This is a great game. I highly recommend it. Have you played it? Yeah, I think you'll really enjoy it. For sure. There's so much to do. You will definitely be spending a long time playing it. So it just comes with this game add-on insert. And then another map. So if you'd like to hang this one up, you have another option to do so. And this is also double-sided. Let's take a look at the disc. This one is nice and clean, so no need to run it through the cleaner. Any questions about this game? Okay. Actually, I just realized I never gave you the price for that game. So, that one is on sale. That will be $6. And then Halo, let me just bring up the price now. So that's the Master Chief Collection. this case is nice. No cracks at the top. I don't think this one comes with an insert, but I can double check. Were you a big fan of Halo growing up? Yeah, it was definitely popular back in my day. I mean, it still is today, but I'm talking about when it first came out. The disc looks perfect. And then it does actually come with this small insert. Looks like it's just a code redemption. Okay, and then I actually forgot you also grabbed a Nintendo Switch Sports. So the game is inside, and then it also includes the leg strap. And this is brand new, not used. So let me double check the price. Okay, so on sale today, we'll do 50% off. Okay, so I'm gonna do this for $20 for you, since you're getting multiple games. Okay, so that's a good deal. And then the last game I see you grabbed is a Wii game, Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. I can already tell there is a manual in here. It's quite heavy. So this is in great condition. Let's take a look. And this game is going to be priced a little higher than the others, if you're not already aware. Disc is perfect. And then yeah, here is the manual. It is 65 pages. So definitely a lot of information to read through. And lots of tips. So nice to have that. So since this is complete, let me double check the price. Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Okay, and this is complete. Let me think. So right now we have it priced at about $110. But I'm gonna give it to you for $70. Oh, perfect. I knew you would be happy with that price. And you're such a loyal customer, so I wanted to give you a good deal. Alright, so Fire Emblem, Halo, Red Dead 2, Grand Theft Auto 4, Nintendo Switch Sports, Pokemon Snap, Octopath Traveler 2, and then Kirby and the Forgotten Land, plus the Wavebird controller, which I didn't give a price for that yet. So I'm going to include that for $30, which is, again, a really good price. Alright, awesome. Okay, so would you like to pay now with card or cash, or use your points? Use your points. Perfect. Alright. So I will apply that to your account then. You'll be getting a few more points added today as well. And would you like an emailed receipt or printed? Okay. So that'll be sent to your email on file. Any questions? Perfect. Well, I hope you enjoy all of these items. Again, if you have any questions, please feel free to call. We are open every day, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. Well, thanks so much for stopping by, and I'll see you next time.